Believe it or not, the Mario franchise has been alive for over 35 years. Me too! In that time, we've gotten to see a lot of Mario enemies. Whether from a mainline game or spinoff, the Mushroom Kingdom is home to all sorts of bizarre little creatures. You'd be surprised to hear some of the insane trivia that comes from some of Mario's craziest enemies. Today, we're gonna name a monster for every letter of the alphabet and give you one fun fact about each. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. A is for Angry Sun. In Super Mario Maker 2, the Angry Sun sports some intriguing markings all over its rays. Those markings could have taken inspiration from the Aztec sun Tonatiuh. As you can notice, it uses similar shades of red, blue, and yellow. B is for Bahamut. Inside of Super Mario RPG, there exists an unused version of Bahamut with purple skin instead of the usual red. It also had no psychopath thought. Its design is very similar to Boshi, Yoshi's blue rival in that game, as it also sports black sunglasses. Was Boshi originally meant to be a Bahamut? Or turn into one? C is for Chukya. Chukya's method of attack, which they share with Big Bomb Bomb, is very similar to an unused enemy in Super Mario 64 called Motos. The latter was found in 2020 from assembled source code and would have been as slow as Big Bomb Bomb, but have a weakness to lava. D is for Dupless. In Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, if Mario equips the W emblem or L emblem, though it can only be obtained after Chapter 4, Dupless will still copy Mario's red clothes. E is for Evil Woody. Appearing in Mario Party 3, Evil Woody shares the same Japanese naming convention as Wario and Waluigi. Woody's Japanese name is Kinokio, with ki meaning tree and Nokio coming from Pinocchio. Evil Woody's Japanese name is Warukio, taking Waru from Warui, meaning evil or bad, and the Kyo from its non-evil form. F is for Francis. In the German version of Super Paper Mario, Francis's name is Conrad. Considering Francis's nerd persona, it's likely a reference to Konrad Zuse, a German computer scientist most known for creating Z3, the world's first programmable computer. G is for Goomba. Despite being the very first enemy encountered in the Super Mario Bros. Series, the Goombas were actually the last one designed. Originally, the only basic enemy was to be the Koopa Troopa, but playtesters for Super Mario Bros. Found them a little too tricky for a first enemy, and so Nintendo created an enemy that could be beaten with a single jump. Due to having next to no space left on the cartridge, to make the Goomba's walk animation, they simply flipped its image. H is for Hooktail. In the Japanese version of the Thousand-Year Door, Hook is afraid of frogs, not crickets like in the international versions. Oddly enough, however, in the American version of the game's demo, included in version 18 of the GameCube demo disc, Hooktail is afraid of frogs, just like in the Japanese version. I is for Ice Bat. In Super Mario Galaxy, Ice Bats can normally only be beaten by using Fire Mario. However, Ice Mario can actually beat them by spinning and stomping on them, but this can only be seen through hacking. J is for Jester. In Super Mario RPG, there's an unused sprite of an alternate version of Jesters called Harlequins. Harlequins are green instead of red, and their psychopath thoughts go from, "I failed my king," to the odd laugh, K is for Koopa. Koopas are based on the Shell Creeper enemies from the arcade game Mario Bros., as various documents during the development of Super Mario Bros. Allude to such. The Perfect Band Mario character Daijiten, a character book released in 1994, written by Shogakukan in collaboration with Nintendo, stated that Shell Creepers were the root origin of the entire turtle tribe. Plus, the English version of Super Mario Bros. For Wii U states that Koopas in general are supposedly evolved forms of Shell Creepers. The Japanese version simply mentions the Koopa Troopas. L is for Lakitu. In a 2007 interview with Insider, Shigeru Miyamoto was asked which character represented him best, to which he answered Lakitu, stating that he sees himself in Lakitu's ability to float and freely go anywhere he wants. M is for Magikoopa. Kamek is a recurring, unique Magikoopa in the Yoshi series. However, Kamek is often referred to as Magikoopa, but the problem is that Magikoopa is a generic term for the species, but so is Kamek in the Japanese version. Therefore, from game to game, Magikoopa and Kamek are used to refer to both the individual and the species. Be kind of like naming your kid Human. Confusing, I know. N is for Nibbles. In Fort Francis in Super Paper Mario, 2 Nibbles figurines can be seen on a shelf, alongside other cameos of items and characters from the previous game. O is for Octumba. There is data inside Super Mario Galaxy of an enemy called Odajak. Its model looks to be a mix between Octumba and a Rocto. P is for Piranha Plant. In Mario Kart Double Dash, the chomping noises of Piranha Plant actually consist of Petey Piranha's voice sped up. Queen Bean is the only enemy in the Mario series whose name starts with a Q. R is for Reacher. Super Mario RPG's Reachers also have an unused variant named Juju, though these ones are seen holding a blue chest. They were meant to be stronger than Reachers, and their psychopath thought was, "K9 is after my bones!" I don't know why they sound like that. I'm sure they don't. S is for Shy Guy. The Shy Guy's first appearance wasn't in a Mario game. In fact, they first appeared in Yumikojo Doki Doki Panic. When the latter became Super Mario Bros. 2, the Shy Guy made their debut into the series, and have been a staple ever since. T is for Teru Teru. From Wario Land 3, Teru Terus seem based on the Japanese handmade dolls called Teru Teru Bozu, which literally means Shine Shine Monk. These little dolls are often left hanging outside of windows by farmers, as they're said to bring good weather and prevent rainy days. U is for Urban Stingby. Appearing in Super Mario Odyssey, Stingbys are mosquito enemies. They also have a larva or maggot form that looks like a fly larva. However, real-life mosquito larvae are not considered maggots. Flies normally lay their eggs on organic matter like carcasses or garbage, while mosquitoes lay their eggs on water surfaces. V is for Virus. For the release campaign of Dr. Mario World, the game's Twitter account would communicate news of the game using the 3 common viruses' colors, giving us a look into their personalities. Yellow is fond of snacks and likes to collect bottle caps. Red secretly dreams of being popular. Aw, don't we all? And according to Blue, is a poor planner. Okay. Finally, Blue speaks in a polite manner, except for about Red, and spends his time researching doctors and making video presentations about his findings. Blue is apparently not secretly dreaming of being popular. W is for Wallop. Super Mario 3D Land's Wallop, just like Whomps, seem to be based on the Nurikabe, a Japanese yokai that appears as an invisible wall to impede and misdirects travelers at night. X is for X-Yux. In every version of Paper Mario The Thousand-Year Door, except for the French and English ones, X-Yux have the letters XX in their names. And in each version, Goombella's tattle guesses something different about the meaning. In Spanish, she wonders whether it's meant to be read as XX or as the Roman number for 20. In Italian, she says that XX is pronounced per, because in Italian, X is pronounced per. Example, 2 times 3 is said 2 per 3. In German, she says it's pronounced Kreuz, meaning cross. And finally, in the French version, she simply says that the X-Nauts are obsessed with crosses because X-Yuck are called Crucirouge, with crux meaning cross. Y is for Yub. The giant Yoshi from Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time, bears a striking resemblance to Barney the dinosaur, with both of them being purple dinosaurs with green bellies. And finally, Z. Z is for Zombie Shroom. In the Super Paper Mario storyline of the manga Super Mario Kun, zombie shrooms are the first enemy encountered by Mario as they are sent towards him by Count Black. Mario defeats them using the power of a megastar from a nearby question mark block. And that's all. Have you guys learned anything new today? Which trivia surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. Subscribe to Game Domain to keep up to date with our content, and until next time, this has been Brett. I'll see you in the next video.